Bliggity ding, bliggity ding, bliggity diggity ding, ding, diggity ding, diggity ding, diggity diggity ding, grang, gaggity ding, grang, gaggity ding, grang, gaggity ding, diggity giggity 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 giggity.
No, keep going. It's good. Keep going.
Grang, gaggity ding, gang.
Griffin, I need to start off with something serious today.
Oh yeah, it's I'm really worried about what you're about to announce. Is it your departure from the Hearthstone community? Is it are you sick or something?
Well, you know, it's an important day for Hearthstone. It's April the 20th of 2016, and I think it's time to come clean.
Oh boy.
I got called out in the comments for the last couple videos for net decking.
Yeah, you did me dirty a couple times. It seemed like
Net decking's where you look up a deck online and you just copy that deck. I had some people saying, you know, and I did talk about in the video, I joked that I did that, and I had some people saying, you really did that. That wasn't a joke. And I want to be very clear that I take everything we do here at Stoners very seriously. I take the competitive integrity of our broadcast very seriously. And I respect you as a competitor, and I don't want to do anything that would upset you, Griffin.
well, that's too late. Because the perception of impropriety is just as bad as the impropriety to begin with. And also, I'm kind of upset with you for like bringing down the mood of this most high holy day.
I just want it to be clear. I have never done any net decking, and I'm certainly not going to be doing any today.
Well, you literally can't, you ding dong. So
I lied. I'm net decking right now.
There's no
I
way
looked
you
this deck up online.
You look up this deck of this all random garbage Tavern Brawl.
You have Khadgar?
Yeah, I spent $5 on it to support fucking nature. Where are you at?
I want a Khadgar.
Why would you even lie about lying about net decking? Because you can't do it this week.
I did. I looked up this one online. I looked this one
you
up
saw, you got on Reddit and somebody was like, just all Raven idols.
Hearthpone.com.
Happy 420, Phil. Can we please get to the hard business of stoning out?
Stoning out.
Wait a second. Wait,
What are you
what?
gonna play?
This is going to be a really goofy... Oh my god. All right. This is going to be a really, really goofy one, huh?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I think it is. So we got some big news to discuss.
Lots of stuff. Well, this is the last stone, huh? This is the last stone unturned before shit starts getting wild and or standard, depending on how you decide to roll with it.
Yeah, so the Whispers of the Old Gods expansion finally coming out next week. And in fact, coming out Tuesday of next week, whereupon Griffin and I will be in our in Vox Media's New York City office together having a meeting, and we're gonna leave our meeting and go do a big pack opening in person live.
I'm very excited for that. I'm very excited to. Well, I'm excited to hang with you. Even though you've been, I don't really see you around these parts anymore. And that you're just like a League of Legends correspondent, essentially.
Yeah.
Do you have is there a League of Legends equivalent to Stoners? Because I know there's probably a deep hunger for that.
So they just recently started doing a weekly thing in League of Legends, which seems somewhat inspired by Tavern Brawl, and we've thought about doing a video equivalent to that. The problem is, you know how I'm like not good at Hearthstone
or video games? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'm like way more not good at League of Legends. Really not good.
Yeah.
But we might do something. We have some video ideas. I'll be discussing them next week with you, probably.
Yeah, I'll see if I can get down there. But yeah, we're gonna open up all of our packs together.
And if you guys, by the way, just throw this in there. If you play League of Legends and you ever want to read any stories about League of Legends, www.riftherald.com. That is Polygon and SB Nation's new League of Legends website. We cover the culture and the esports side. And hey, if you like it and you check it out, maybe maybe if you like it enough, we'll eventually do a Hearthstone one as well.
Can I be on that one? Can I do that website? I'm tired. I feel like Polygon. I feel like I've kind of done everything I can do there. You know, I got all my intellectual properties over there. I think I'm ready.
It's time
for a new chapter.
Well, we'll see what happens. Speaking of seeing what happens, so we've got the new expansion about to hit next week. When they announced this new expansion and they announced that they were going to do this wild and standard modes, standard mode is going to rotate out all of the cards from Naxxramas and from Goblins vs. Gnomes. They also revealed that they were going to go back to the classic set, revisit it, and maybe change some of those cards. And they said that they weren't going to talk about which cards they were changing until closer to.
Thank you, my friend.
Really?
I haven't seen these emotes. This is very exciting.
You're just figuring that out.
Yeah, so tell me about the way that they broke like half of the druid decks that there are.
Yeah, so they finally announced today, which like just maybe an hour before we recorded this, which cards are getting changed. Druid is the hardest hit, and they've kind of been open about the fact that Druid has a lot of classic cards that are just super good.
Yeah.
And it makes them hard to make new Druid cards. So Ancient of Lore is one of those. That's a 7 cost, and when you play it, in addition to getting a fairly big minion, I think it's a 5/5. You play it and you get a choice between drawing 2 cards or restoring 5 health. They've basically discovered drawing 2 cards is way too powerful.
Yeah, it's really rough.
So they have changed that to now you can only draw 1 card or restore 5 health.
I think that's a good call. I don't play Druid like ever, so like they seem pretty rough. Like there are a lot of very good cards that got.
Yeah, I think Ancient of Lore probably isn't going to get played a lot anymore, but we'll see. We'll see what else comes up with Druid with like new cards. And everything.
Shit!
Oh, hello.
That was such a stupid misplay.
We've also got Force of Nature. So of course the biggest Druid thing, Force of Nature has been. Oh no, you played it smart. I was hoping you wouldn't play it smart, but you played it smart.
Yeah.
So Druid has always had a combo that's kind of wrecked stuff, which is Force of Nature and Savage Roar.
That's the only thing I'm familiar with for Druids, because like every time I play a Druid, that gets busted out of my ass.
Yeah, so Force of Nature does this, summons 3 2/2 treants with charge. They only last until the end of the turn, but they have charge, so they can do 6 damage immediately. And then you have Savage Roar, which gives everybody on the board +3 damage. So suddenly they can do a lot of damage.
Yeah, sure.
The way they're completely destroying that combo. Force of Nature used to cost 6, it now costs 5. It summons 3 2/2 treants still. They no longer have charge, and they no longer die at the end of the turn. So essentially, you're paying 5 to get 3 2/2 minions, which is meh.
Yeah, again, like another one that just sort of
An important combo to get rid of, I think.
Yeah, totally, because it's. But at the same time, like if I mainly played Druid, I'd be super pissed off. I'm not getting anything going right now.
I got this guy.
That's not bad.
Another big Druid one. The last of the Druid minions to get messed up. So we've got Keeper of the Grove. This is a 4 cost. When you play it, you get to choose either deal 2 damage or silence a minion. They're trying to scale back silence in general and make silence minions a lot less nice to play.
Okay.
So what they're doing with Keeper of the Druid, or Keeper of the Grove rather, to do that is, it used to be 2 attack and 4 health. They are lowering the health to 2. So it's still 4 cost, but it's only 2 attack and 2 health.
That makes sense. Ooh, jeez. That's not a bad get. Yeah, I'm into that.
It's not a bad choice, and I think, for the people who want to have silence as an option, or have that deal 2 damage as an option, it's still totally viable. But it's a lot less sticky, basically. Sure. Along the same lines of trying to get rid of silence issues, they're taking the Ironbeak Owl, which is a 2-cost minion that silences when you play it. They're making a 3-cost minion. So it is now a 3-cost 2/1, which is not great stats, but you do get a silence with it.
That's a lot of changes.
That's not even it. We're not done.
Jesus. We really should have played a game. Oh man.
We got Big Game Hunter, of course, one of the most powerful cards in the game because it destroys a minion with an attack of 7 or more immediately when you play it. You got that battle cry right away. Only 3 cost originally. Now it's going to be 5 cost.
Good lord.
So it becomes a lot harder to commit to playing that and putting it in your deck, you know?
Yeah.
Because before it was like, even if you couldn't destroy the minion, at least you have a 3-cost thing you can throw down. But like throwing down a 5-cost 4/2 is not a good feeling. Well, hello.
Yeah, look at that. Let's just bash these two into each other, see what happens.
I'm definitely gonna do that. Let me... Oh, yeah. Let me just do a quick rundown here.
Good lord. This is gonna be rough.
And... yeah, perfect.
So it sounds like all these changes are like they're removing a lot of cards from the game, so they want to give their... They want to get the cards that are remaining in the game like as dope. They want to keep them make them as dope as they can possibly.
Yeah,
be.
and they want to make it so that when new cards are added, it's easier for them to have an impact. So, like for example, in Whispers of the Old Gods, there are a bunch of cards being added that have 7 attack or more.
Yeah.
And if Big Game Hunter was in the game in his original spot, those would have had a lot of trouble making an impact. Now Big Game Hunter is still there as a counter to those, but it suddenly becomes a lot more painful to put Big Game Hunter in your deck if you're going up against somebody who doesn't have a minion with 7 attack or more. Holy cannoli, really?
It's okay.
I don't like this.
It's all right. What's the matter, Phil?
I'm just... Okay.
You got it. Pull it back. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I gotta think this through.
No, yeah, use your noodle.
All right, now pyroblast me and finish this. Another big one getting changed. Hunter's Mark. You played as Hunter quite a bit. Yep.
Yeah, Hunter is probably the class I play the most. Until I bought this totally dope new skin that I bought to support the environment. We should talk about that. Khadgar, you get him for $5. Goes to the WWF, which you hear that and you get excited. But no, it's like the...
Like John Cena.
No, it's like the Bears one. You want to go good? You want to go again? I feel like we have so much more to talk about.
Yeah, let's go again. We have a lot of... Let's do different classes here.
But this is the only one I have an extra skin for. Damn.
Well, okay.
No, let me play something I never, ever... Let's do this one.
So Hunter's Mark, that's a Hunter spell that changes a minion's health to 1.
How could they change it? Are they making a 1 cost?
Used to be 0 cost, now 1 cost.
Jesus, that's rough, man.
Just making removal harder. Here's one that has been very controversial. Rogues, not the most powerful class in the game. Certainly.
No, some might argue like one of the worst.
Some have argued that, but rogues at their best, they've got there's that oil rogue deck, right, where they really power up their weapon and they use stuff like Blade Flurry to get rid of everything.
Tinker, Sharp Sword, all that.
Yeah,
jazz.
although that's going away also.
Oh shit, that's right.
But they are so Blade Flurry is destroy your weapon and deal its damage to all enemies for only 2 cost. Pretty powerful. Hurts the hero as well as all the minions. Pretty massive shift and allowed rogues to often win the game. Big changes to this one. It is now 4 costs, not 2 cost.
What?
So already that's like huge. And also, it only deals the weapon damage to minions now, not
What
to the hero.
fuck?
So basically, they're saying like we want rogues to have to choose between doing damage to the enemy hero and doing damage to the actual minions.
That's insane. They didn't use their fine brush with that one. They went nuts with it.
Yeah, what I feel like is they could have just done the change to minions and not increase the cost, and it would have been fine. I think they maybe. I think I'm with you that they maybe went a little too far. On
the poor sweet rogues, like they didn't need this.
They don't have a lot going for them. They're tired, you know.
They
just
so
want some
tired.
Support. Knife Juggler. So they're making some changes to some neutral minions as well. Knife Juggler is one of those where, you know, Knife Juggler, huge, powerful minion, right? You every time you summon a minion, it deals 1 damage to a random target, and also it's a 2-cost with 3 attack.
Yeah,
it's pretty huge.
It's pretty good. I assume a big butt is about to come.
But it is no longer a 2-cost with 3 attack. It is a 2-cost with 2 attack. It does maintain its deal 1 damage to a random enemy. So like that's, in my opinion, that's the most important part.
Sure, yeah, and I mean, I think that one makes sense because at 3/2 with that buff, it makes it one of, if not the best 3/2. Like I use that card in fucking every deck I play. It just helps you so much in the early game. Like if you get lucky and get like a removal with the bonus.
Yes.
But then again, that card I play it mostly in my rogue decks where I'm getting like combos with the Defias cards.
Yeah.
I'm getting like lots of sponsors. I don't know.
And Rogue is dead. We know that.
Rogue's like dead now.
Leper Gnome, another early game card that's very popular. 1 cost, 2 attack, 1 health, and it deals 2 damage to the enemy hero when it dies with a death rattle. Everything's staying the same about Leper Gnome, except its attack is being lowered to 1. So basically, they want to make it so that other 1-cost cards are more appealing. And
that's what makes sense. I mean, I feel like more than any other meta, like the early game meta is so codified at this point. Like everybody knows what the best 1 costs, everybody knows what the best 2 costs are.
And that's exactly what they seem to be really trying to shake up.
Right.
With so many of these changes, which I think is a great choice.
Yeah, sure.
Speaking of cards no one will play ever again, Arcane Golem.
What are they doing to it?
This card, very popular in rush decks, right? It's a 3-cost.
Are they getting rid of the charge?
It's 3-cost, charge, with the battle cry of give your opponent a mana crystal. So obviously you're giving your opponent something, but it's 4 attack and only 2 health. But you know, you have charge on 4 attack. That's pretty powerful, right?
But now you don't have charge anymore.
You are correct, sir.
God in heaven. Like that card's just dead now.
You've got rid of charge. It does have 4 health instead of 2 now. So the idea is you're playing a 3-cost with 4 attack and 4 health.
Doesn't matter. That's not like...
It's dead. Nobody's going to play that, right?
I just can't imagine a situation where it makes sense to play that. That's to give your opponent basically a round ahead of you. Oh, Jesus. Not my Nagel.
Did it.
Man, this is rough stuff.
Okay, we got 2 more changes. We're almost done here.
Okay.
A dozen cards. They ended up doing a dozen. Molten Giant.
You're gonna have to remind me which one that does. Like, obviously it's in the Giant family, but I can't keep them straight.
Kind of the king of the handlock deck. Molten Giant is a 20 mana cost card with 8 attack and 8 health, and it costs 1 less for each damage your hero has taken.
Okay.
So the idea with Warlocks was that, you know, you have your hero power that hurts you. You have some minions you play that hurt you. You get yourself down to like, you know, in that 10 to 15 health range, and suddenly you can play Molten Giants for 1 or 2 or even 0 cost, and then you can buff them up in various ways as well. Let me crush this guy and see what we get before I continue.
Aw, hell yeah, son. Hey, are raven idols? A raven's a kind of bird, right? So, never mind.
You'd think so?
I was just wondering if I'm going to get beasts.
Here we go. In Memoriam.
Rip. This is about as bad as this game could go for me.
So Molten Giant is now going to be a 25 mana cost.
Okay.
So basically, if you want to play to 0, you have to get down to 5 health now. If you want any significant discount, you're going to have to get down to 10. It just makes Handlock be a lot more dangerous, basically.
Yeah, sure.
It doesn't totally get rid of them, but it makes it so that you have to play much more carefully. And then finally, perhaps the most surprising change. Griffin, when's the last time you heard of the card Master of Disguise?
Basically never.
So this is an original rogue card, a minion that no one plays. It's a 4 cost with 4 attack and 4 health. And the battle cry is... Oh, thank you. The battle cry is, give a friendly minion stealth. Now here's why this is getting changed, and this is kind of fascinating. That battle cry gives a friendly minion stealth indefinitely. And in the new expansion, they are introducing multiple cards that have effects at the end of every turn.
So with that card, is that the only card that gives? There's got to be. Well, shit, there won't be mechs anymore. I was just thinking there've got to be spare parts. There is a spare part that gives
but that's
stealth.
even spare parts. That only gives you stealth for that turn.
Oh, it does, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. So this is the only card then that.
This is the only card that used to give stealth indefinitely. You have some cards you can play that are stealthed indefinitely, but none that give it.
That is interesting.
So basically the only thing they changed is it gives a friendly minion stealth until your next turn.
Okay, and that's another rogue card.
That is a rogue card.
I get it, but like, good lord, they really, those sweet dear sweet rogues. I mean, I'm talking shit, like, some of these changes, the 2 classes I played the most is Rogue and Hunter. Obviously, everybody got a little something broke off. Did any cards get better? That didn't go well.
No cards got better.
Cool.
It was all nerfs. I do find this Master of Disguise one interesting, though. Is they basically said, yeah, like I said, there are a couple cards they're introducing this expansion that have till the end of turn, or at the end of every turn effects. But I think they also said nerfing this card in advance helps them for future expansions. There are a lot of cards that they've had ideas for that they've had to scrap because of the Master of Disguise existing.
Sure.
So it's kind of interesting. All right. Yep.
Fucking great. That card is never gonna die. How do you feel about all these changes?
I feel okay.
I mean, the thing is, we have no idea what this game is going to be like come next Tuesday. Have we even talked about that? That it's out next Tuesday?
It's out next Tuesday. We did now.
Okay, we have no idea what the game's going to be like after this comes out. It's very exciting and scary. And exciting.
It is. It's a new time. But I'm mostly positive on it, I think. Oh, okay.
Just trying some stuff out.
Ooh.
I'm going to lose the hell out of this game, but I'm going to look good doing it. That card is buffed back up to 6 health. Good lord. Get the Lightwell. Lightwell, nerf it. It's OP. Do you think you are going to still play mostly Paladin after the old gods? Are there any cards that have been announced that have got you particularly horny? Okay, we get it. You've got this awesome arm. Are you about to buff their health? Oh, that's it, huh?
Oh, that's fun.
You have lethal now, right?
No, I don't think. Do I? I don't think so.
15. No.
I got it because you got a taunt here.
Yeah.
It was fun though. It was a fun thing.
Yeah, I love that you played that card on 420. Since it's the stoner's sort of trademark. Go, hit it. Yes.
Big changes coming. I'm mostly into these changes. I
Let's see.
like.
What?
We don't have any minions. Why don't you? Let's see what I get.
I asked you if there are any new cards for any of the new classes that think you might play as something other than Paladin mostly.
Yeah, I plan to mess around with everything a little bit. And you know, we've seen about a little over half of the cards from the expansion at this point.
Hey, I just got a golden ancestral healing. That's great.
Perfect. Finally.
Been waiting for that one.
Well, we will be back on Tuesday. We will be doing a card opening giant extravaganza. I have 50 packs plus. Griffin, you have 50 packs.
What do you mean plus? Do you have 100 packs?
Well, I have 50 packs, and then I have like almost 1,500 gold. I'll have over 1,500 by then, and I'm gonna spend all the gold I have on extra packs also.
Yeah. That's great. Hey, can we talk real quick about that Tavern Brawl? I thought it was garbage. Okay. Thanks for watching.
Yep. Bye.